we have been discussing all day today, President Trump is in town. He is in Atlanta. He was just talking trash about Atlanta not too long ago. But he's here now, begging black people to vote for him because he has fictional numbers. He's going to tell you about unemployment. He's going to say it's the lowest in its history. Well, he's using a U3 rating system. And the U3 rating system says if you work 1 hour in 1 month, you are considered employed under the U3 rating methodology. However, the U6 rating system still has black unemployment and underemployment well over 20%. He doesn't want you to find context in the data. Inflation is rising. Healthcare is rising above wages. We haven't had that happen in 1, 2, 3, forever. Okay, in the studio, we have some good Americans. Carl Dix, co-initiator of Refuse Fascism, representative of the Revolutionary Communist Party. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, Rashad.
You guys have a group, there's a coalition protesting Trump-Pence in Georgia. You're part of that.
Yes, I came down to Atlanta for this because when I heard Black Voices for Trump,
Right, yeah.
it reminded me of something. This is like having Jews for Adolf Hitler back in Nazi Germany.
Damn!
That's what this is.
You went for it.
No, I went for it because it's real. You got a man who looks at Baltimore, Atlanta, black sections of Chicago, and he sees disgusting, horrible places, rat and roach infested. He tells congresswomen of color to go back to the S-hole countries they or their people came from.
Right, and they were Americans.
And they were all
Right.
U.S. citizens.
All
One of them traces their ancestors back in this country way past where Trump's ancestors were.
Right.
But she should go back to the S-hole country she came from. The man is telling you, I'm a white supremacist.
I said
Now
that.
get down and lick my boots and front for the horrors that I'm going to bring down on black people. And that's what he's planning on doing. And he even let you know that if you was listening.
I said something on MSNBC months ago about this whole is Trump a racist thing. And I said, of course he's racist. And my example was about what you just discussed. When Trump deals with people of color, he does not deal with them as citizens. When he dealt with the 4 congresswomen who happened to be women of color, he told them to go back to their own countries, okay? Well, in America, we are all from somewhere else unless you are Native American. We are all from somewhere else. He has been in political dissension with a number of white citizens, and he has never told a white citizen to go back to the country of their origin. Never. He has only reserved that kind of talk for citizens of color. That one dynamic about his character lets you know exactly what he thinks about Americans. He does not believe in the concept of the melting pot. He thinks America is for him and those that look like him, and everybody else is just visiting.
Yeah, see, you got something real there, but we also got to look ahead. What's his vision of what it should be like? And you get that when they put brown people filing for asylum on the southern border in concentration camps, tear children from parents' arms. But you also get it in a speech he recently gave to the International Association of Police Chiefs, where he told them, I could clean up the crime in Chicago in 1 day by letting the police loose to go after the bad guys. Who are these bad guys? Black people, Latino people. That's his vision of this, and he's telling you, if I get the chance to, I can cut loose on those people. That's what he wants to do, and you can also look at some of his international friends, like the dude in the Philippines, Duterte, who has cut his police loose to just eliminate people who are even accused of being involved with drugs. And we know how Trump looks at this because he still thinks the Central Park Five should be in jail, even though there was DNA evidence that they were innocent when they got put on trial 25 or more years ago, he still thinks they should be in jail because the cops got them. They convicted them, and they should have been in jail. They should have been under the jail. In fact, for him, they should have been executed because he took out a full-page ad saying we got to bring back the death penalty so we can give these people the justice that they deserve. This is the guy that these black voices are coming around, and that's why I say it's like Jews for Adolf Hitler, because it's the same thing, and there is similar stuff in line to happen, and that's why the Out Now movement is going to be out there today at 1:30 at Marietta Street and Centennial Olympic Park, right outside of CNN. We're going to be calling out Blacks for Trump as black voices for white supremacy, and we're going to be out tomorrow, Saturday, at 2 o'clock, and again the next Saturday, November 16th, 2 p.m. at Piedmont Park and 10th Street near Monroe Drive next to Park Tavern, saying Trump-Pence out now, because we need to get this whole regime out. It ain't just Donald Trump, it's the whole crew, his minions, his whole crew of characters, because they are hammering fascist rule into place. It ain't just going to be as bad as it was before. They are taking things to a whole nother place with a regime headed up by somebody who feels like he's above the law, can do whatever the hell he wants, and you can't do nothing about it. And he even sent his lawyers into court 3 weeks ago to make that argument. If I shot somebody on Fifth Avenue, not only would his supporters support it,
right,
but the courts and the Congress couldn't investigate.
Right, but then the lawyer said, but it wouldn't apply to let's say Mike Pence, the vice president. He threw the vice president under the bus while making this ridiculous argument that the president can't be investigated. Then said that same constitutional authority or right does not extend to the vice president. It doesn't extend to any of them. It's a bunch of malarkey. We're glad that you're here. I know that people are going to make a lot of noise, both pro and against the presidency of Trump. But I want to leave all of my Trump humpers with this. All of my Trump humpers who are listening to the show. You're supporting the guy who David Dukes endorses. Just marinate on that one. All right. Where are you going to be at again?
Today, 1:30, Marietta Street and Centennial Olympic Park Drive near the CNN Center. And then Saturday at 2 o'clock, Piedmont Park and 10th Street. And the following Saturday, November 16th, people can go to the website refusefascism.org to check this out and get with this Out Now movement. It is important. This is something that's happened in history. Adolf Hitler actually had Jews who ran the ghettos for him and picked which Jews went to the death camps. And Trump is setting up to do the same thing. They are rolling back the right to vote. How many voters got scrubbed from the rolls here in Georgia last election? How many more are being scrubbed this time? I don't remember the names of the individual Republicans who presided over it, but they are telling you where they're going. They're going back to the point before you could.
Yeah, well, one of them became governor. He was Secretary of State when he scrubbed them, ran for governor, and then won.
And then the current Secretary of State is carrying out that legacy.
Of course.
And they're telling you where they want to take you back to.
Yeah.
And we have to say, no, we are not going back there. And we are not going to accept not only the attacks that they're bringing down and will bring down on black people, but all of this stuff, immigrants in cages.
Yeah.
The devastation of the environment, which is being escalated on a daily basis. We got to refuse to accept a fascist America and do that in the street, not wait for somebody else to take care of it for us, because they tried that in Germany, and look where it ended up.
All right.
With the Nazis.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do. You're getting real with the realest man on Radio News at Talk 1380 WAOK.